We now have an official debate date for Tim Walz and JD Vance. They will debate each other. I believe it's hosted by CBS on October 1st. Okay. And that's the only one they've agreed to. JD Vance is trying to get Walz to agree to another one, but they're at least going to have that one face-off while Trump and Kamala Harris have two scheduled.
Oh, Kamala agreed to a second.
I believe so. I could be wrong. She's confirmed for one, tentative on the other.
That was the best pivot of all time, Vinny. Say it to my face that you got something to say. Trump goes, okay, let's do it 3 times. No, I don't say it to my face that many times.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
But while these two guys are about to face off, there's a lot of weird stuff being said about both of them. Yeah. I want to address some of the things that they're being said that are fake, and then a few things that are being said that are true. Okay. So let's start with JD Vance. Okay. If you've somehow missed the rumor. This is what they have you believe.
We show this?
Who made that?
I did.
That's so funny.
JD Vance, the man who puts the love in your love seat, the sex in your sectional, the guy who's smushing your cushions. Allegedly, according to the internet, JD Vance once upon a time pleasured himself with a leather sofa.
Who hasn't done that? I mean, weren't you all 18 at one point?
High school.
I'm
pretty sure that's what my 14-year-old's doing. Every night now, Vinny, he goes to bed. He's like, this kid never goes to bed on time. And now it's like, Dad, I'm going to go to bed early. Like,
what are you doing in there?
What are you doing? Yeah, he's humping couches like in JD Vance.
Well, you shouldn't have put a couch in his room. But according to the internet, it has been sourced back to this one tweet that's now been deleted. It says, JD Vance is the first vice presidential candidate to ever write a book about, getting off on a couch. It's completely fake. It's not in Hillbilly Elegy, like they said. That's, his memoir. Mm-hmm. That passage does not exist. The tweet was fake, but it's been picked up and people are running with it now. Mm. And, there's all sorts of slander against him of, just humping the couch. I'll get into what's been said before. But the Democrat talking point is that Republicans are weird. I don't know if you've seen anybody.
Oh, they've been really harping on that word.
They're
just weird.
They couldn't find anything else, so
the
they
guys
just
with
went
two
with
genders. The people who believe there's only 2 genders
and believe it or atomic family, like all nuclear family, all the
we're the weirdos.
Mm-hmm. But speaking of gender, here are some of the recent revelations that have come out about JD Vance that are actually true. Here's a picture of him when he was at Yale at a Halloween party. He wore drag. He dressed up as a girl for a Halloween party.
Okay. Halloween.
And everybody is saying, JD Vance is so hypocritical. He's against transgenderism. He's against Drag Queen Story Hour. How dare he?
Well, did he dress like that and go read to kids at a library?
No, I mean, and this is a point that people tend to mistake, is that it's actually very funny when a very masculine-looking dude puts on a dress and a wig and pretends to be a girl for a costume. Because it's a joke. It's meant not to be taken seriously.
Exactly.
But for anyone who wants you to think that he's legitimately a woman, there's the problem.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
What do you guys think on that costume?
So I did hear though, and I don't know, I'm sure that you've fact checked and everything, but one of the claims that I saw was that the original of Hillbilly Elegy actually did feature that claim within the book, and then in the second edition that came out, it was actually scrubbed. And so apparently there were people who were posting pictures from the original book.
To that I would say, so what? There's rumors of Obama blowing dudes, so which is
what do you mean? Not even sure, like legitimate, testified, lie detector test.
So what are we talking
in front
about
of Congress?
Here?
Yeah, but this just goes to show you though. Once you get into this political arena, you're past. They're going to find, and by the way, it's to the left, advantage that everything is left, bro. All the right has is Fox, barely. They're barely hanging on too. Yeah. It's CNN, it's MSNBC, it's CBS, it's ABC. And by the way, that's why, dude. Let me explain something to you guys. There's so much footage from me in the military doing absolutely bonkers shit. I know it's out there. So in my tactic, if I was him, if I was around, I'd be like, hey guys, you're gonna see a bunch of crazy shit. I've done this, but you know this too. They don't address it. They don't come out right off the bat and go, I dressed up as a girl for Halloween. Is that weird? Okay, you guys are weird, and I would fight back, Rob, with that.
That's gonna be a drop. I dressed up as a woman for Halloween.
Is that
weird? Yeah, I dressed up, and I've dressed up as a woman for Halloween. I was crazy.
Well, I mean, come on, Vinny, your protest stripper segment.
Yeah, I was a protest stripper.
If you've never seen it, I mean, depends on what you think of Vinny in peak physical condition in a thong dancing. It's alarming.
So according to the left, men dressing in women's clothing is now weird.
Suddenly it's weird again.
But that's their whole platform
Right.
for, individual equality and inclusion is that you can be anything you want. So why can't JD Vance be a cross dresser?
They're saying he's hypocritical because he's anti-gay marriage. It's like, okay, what does that have to do with anything?
Was he banging dudes when he was dressed as a chick? Then what's it matter?
Or shooting a gay porn on the Senate floor? No.
No,
Yes.
he's not being aggressive enough here, though, because there's plenty of ammo for him to go back at them 10 times harder with anything they're trying to come at him against. Like, whether it's them doing weird shit sexually, DC's the sex prostitute capital of the world. So every president that we've had, except for Trump, ironically, has done weird shit sexually.
Oh, yeah, and then you brought up the fact with Obama. Obama was
Blowing
in
dudes.
Washington with Larry Sinclair in a limo doing, this is Larry Sinclair's account, doing crack cocaine and having sex. And allegedly, Obama went back to his hotel room and he's like, dude, what are you doing here? He's like, I want to do more crack and I want to have sex with you. That's what I want. I want it and I want more.
Let me be clear.
Yeah, let me be clear. Let me be clear. I like gay sex and I like gay sex and crack.
Okay, but there will be people that'll dismiss that and they'll go, well, look at who's saying it. Larry Sinclair, crack addict that was a convicted criminal or whatever they'll say. But judge Obama by his own words. He writing poems to girlfriends in college, fantasizing about having sex with men. There's 4 guys on this podcast. Brandon, you ever write a poem to a girlfriend talking about how you wanted to have sex with a man?
Hell no.
Connor?
No.
Vinny's writing it now, but that's fine. That was previous.
I'm a comedian.
But judge him by his own words, and his own words are, I fantasize about having sex with men daily.
Yeah.
Daily!
Wow.
Rob, not semi.
Oh, you did it.
Rob, not semi-annually. Wait, what is that? What is
I'm clipping you, Rob. I'm clipping
I
you.
have sex with men daily.
I will clip this. Yes.
Yes.
Rob, she's gonna clip it, but
Shit.
Rob, he didn't say semi-annually. He didn't say no. Every single day he thought of having sex with men. So
And now he gets to every day.
Yeah.
Right. So,
But
sir, I think on this point, Connor, sir, even if he did, right? Who cares? It is literally so much of a non-issue compared to what all of these like swamp creatures and people of the left get up to that is proven, documented, and especially with the advent of social media and how much our world is changing. Can you guys imagine the candidates in 10 years, 20 years, 30 years?
forget it.
They're not going to be able to hide anything.
No.
We all live our lives online. This guy literally wrote a book about his trials and tribulations and everything that he went through. He put it all on the line, and I think there's immense power in that. I think there's immense power in 8 miling yourself. You know, in 8 Mile at the end where he comes up and they're doing the
Give
rap
him
battle,
everything.
and he said all the things about him to take away the power from the other person. I think there's immense power in that. Like, own your flaws.
I love that.
Own your mistakes. None of us are perfect people, and honestly, people will look at him as like a better and stronger leader for that.
And that's what Trump does too. Whenever they say, "Oh, he doesn't pay his taxes," he's like, "Yeah, because I'm smart." You know?
Yeah, because he goes, I'm
Yeah.
I'm taking advantage of the same things that you guys do.
Like he leans into it. He doesn't
You have,
apologize.
Brandon, that's a great point. Lean right the hell into it. I shot a sketch a while ago. Kelly remembers this. If I was going to run, I was going to be the most honest politicians. I'm like, guys, there's videos of me doing crazy stuff. I've done drugs. I've drank. I've done it all. So now what? You got to take all their ammunition away from them, and I agree with you.
Yeah, like when it comes to sex stuff as a young man, you shouldn't apologize for anything unless you like obviously hurt somebody or do something to somebody against their will. There's nothing to be.
Yeah, who
apologized
cares
for.
if you
like
put
you're a psycho when you're like a teenager.
Yeah, who cares if you put a little bit of cocaine in your butt once just to see how it was like?
Or JD, allegedly stained a couch one time or several.
Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
But
wow.
here's the Snopes fact check on that. Currently says it's false.
Can we see
We'd have
this fact
to
check,
try
Cal?
to track down original copies of Hillbilly Elegy to see if it's actually in there or not. But as far as anybody's concerned, it's actually fake. But they continue to use the talking point anyway.
Yeah.
Which brings us to the next thing about JD Vance, which is this picture that just came back from his old high school yearbook of him and 3 female classmates posing at urinals. And again, they're saying, "Oh, he's being creepy. Why is he in the bathroom?" They're in
the guy's bathroom.
This was reported by the Daily Mail yesterday, where they actually figured out why this was in the yearbook. It was a joke that he was doing with these girls because they were all members of the like student body council, like the class presidents and whatever. And they were making a joke about how all the previous ones had been male. So it's the girls who wanted to be on the student council going in and pretending to use urinals to say like, oh, look, if we do this, can we be on the council as well?
So that's weird that there's girls in the men's bathroom and he's photographed with them, but Tim Walz wants to put tampons in the men's bathroom for high school boys, and that's normal.
Yeah, in his world, a guy
Got
can
it.
put on a dress and go into the girls' bathroom.
Yeah. Connor got to go. Yeah, Connor, go ahead.
Yeah, but once upon a time, pretending for women to use urinals was funny, not something to be taken seriously as a true expression of yourself. Which, Rob's point, now brings us to Tim Walz, who has his own very bizarre incident here. Where
That's weird. That's weird.
Yeah.
I didn't hear this one.
the counter to the J.D. Vance story that the right wing has now seized on is that once upon a time, Tim Walz drank a few gallons of horse semen and had to have his stomach pumped.
What?
Are you
It goes back to this news article that began circulating online.
Oh,
but
please show
local
me.
man's stomach pumped after neighborhood dare gone wrong.
Oh my God.
And
Wait, what? Is that real?
no, it is not.
Oh, okay.
I included the fact check there as well. The newspaper article seems to be AI generated. While it is Tim Walz's hometown, that newspaper doesn't exist. The story was never written, and it turns out Tim Walz never actually
hilarious.
consumed horse fluids. But this is the insanity of these are the memes going around right here. Sea biscuits, all natural, great source of protein. Premium vintage right there. Nothing but the best for Tim Walz. But this is the ridiculousness of inventing fake stories about politicians and going back to high school to like, oh look, he was in the girls' bath or in the bathroom with girls one time. Yeah, but it was a picture for the yearbook. It wasn't like a creepy thing. But there's plenty about Tim Walz that actually is weird that really should be verified. Rob called him Tampon Tim because this was the guy who wanted to put tampons in all the bathrooms, and this is the guy that they're pretending like is America's new dad.
Oh, God.
There's actually left-wing influencers who are saying, Tim Walz makes me feel like I've gotten my dad back after I lost my dad to Fox News.
Please help me.
They've deliberately alienated their own dad over politics, and now they're transferring their daddy issues onto Tim Walz. This is the guy who let his state burn during BLM, did not call in the National Guard, and his wife said she wanted to keep the windows open to smell the burning tires. Tim Walz is a weird guy. But he's also the guy who created the line that Republicans are weird. He was the first one to use that to the media. So this is the guy who created it to call J.D. Vance and Donald Trump weird.
Well, that's
when
what they do.
he's one of the weirdest guys out there.
But that's what they do, though, right? That projection is like you tell that, which is the tactic of the left, true and true. I mean, a lot of people do it, but bro, you always accuse the other side of exactly what you are. When they talk about Russia collusion, when they talk about all that, it's them. When they're talking about he's Hitler and he wants this and that, no, it's you. It's you scumbags. And dude, it just drives me nuts.
And,
they did the same thing. What was his name, Connor? Because I know we have to go to the next story. What was the guy that was trying to be Supreme Court? Kavanaugh.
Brett Kavanaugh.
They were trying to bring this guy, Rob. Remember, like,
they brought out Wayne Garth or Garth from Wayne's
World. But guess what? You want to talk about a nerd? Like, I know yesterday Tom and Adam got into this nerd fest fight. Bro, this guy documented every single day of his life when he was in high school on a calendar. And he's like, they're like, you raped her this day. He's like, no, I was actually playing basketball with Jimmy at 6. I had lunch at 12. It was like, no, you have nowhere to go. But they love to go back into time. And bro, like, where'd they get that photo of him? Where'd they go? That means they had to go and find his high school friends and be like, we'll give you money. Give us any photos of him you have. And one of them went, I have one in the bathroom with him and blah, blah, blah. It's like, dude, that's the weirdest. They're the most cringiest. Kamala Harris and Walz, like, I hate using the word cringe. Like, I hate it. That's what that is.
And
That's the definition.
The danger of it is now that these fake stories are being treated like they're real, not just by the media, but by the politicians themselves. During a rally a few weeks ago, Walz got up there and was saying, I'm looking forward to debating Vance if he, gets off the couch to come do it.
Yeah. Oh
and then Vance fired back with, he's always up on his high horse about these things. Maybe he should come down to our level.
Brilliant.
So they're using these as actual attacks during the election. Yeah. And it's all fake.
Yeah.
It's all ridiculous. Like, could we grow up a little bit?
Let me ask you a question before we're done, and everybody could answer it. On that debate, who's going to win, Walz or Vance?
Oh, is there any question? Definitely Vance.
What do you think, Rob?
I don't know. I'm very interested to see. I know how the presidential one will go.
Yeah.
That's going to be...
Well, we'll see. Well, we'll see what the rules are for the presidential one.
Yeah, but
Can
look,
they-
David stacked the rules against Trump in the first one, and he still demolished
Yeah.
Biden.
Brandon, what do you think? JD Vance or
I
Walz?
mean, Vance better when they literally picked Walz because Shapiro was too good of a candidate to put against Kamala. They didn't want him to outshine her.
Oh, shit. Weird. What do you think?
Yeah, I'd say Vance is untested
Okay.
on debates like that, but I think it should go his way.
Okay, what's up, everybody? Vincent O'Shaughnessy here. If you want to see me and the entire Valuetainment crew, we will be at the Volt Conference September 4th through the 7th at the Palm Beach Convention Center, hosted by none other than Patrick Bet-David and featuring Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Guys, this is the place to be. If you are an entrepreneur and you want to level up, do not miss this opportunity. This is the best place to network. If you want tickets, go to thevoltconference.com. Do not waste time. This thing is going to sell out, and I will see you guys there. Peace and love. So if you like this clip, click right here. And if you want to see more like it, click right here. Stay angry, Patriots.